And it is December daily day one time. I'm going to just adjust my camera down so you're closer to the surface. So sorry about that. I don't know what I was videoing last, but there was an awful lot of space there that we don't need to have there. Okay. Sorry about that throat clearing. Okay. Just going to get the stream up here. There we go. All right. So, and this is taking it a little bit, my little tape there. I might have to tape a little bit on the inside or do something like that. Anyway, so I meant to live stream with you guys last night. It did not happen. I bought a new printer on Black Friday, got it all set up to go. Went to print photos last night after I had pulled all the photos and gotten them ready, and it didn't print. And finally, about 3 hours later, I figured out that it was a setting in Photoshop that was causing the problem with my new printer. So if you have printer problems, Google the message. That's all I'm saying. Would have been taken care of pretty quickly. So I wanted to kind of walk you through sort of the process that I was thinking about as I was working on these photos. So let me kind of do that now. So let's see if I can grab the back of something that's maybe, there we go. Wait, so we can see the page. So those of you who have been following along already probably know that I was in Arizona with my mom over the weekend. I left on Thursday. I didn't get back until late on Sunday night. So all of my, I haven't been able to scrapbook anything. I was just making memories to scrapbook later. And so now I've printed everything that I have through today's memory. And tonight, I think I'm just going to do day one. You know, we'll kind of see how that goes. So I have started the last couple of years with this some sort of Hello December card in my book. And I'm going to do that again. This is just an image, clip art image that an image that I pulled off of the internet. And then this is a picture of me in the airport, one I sent to my mom and sister, and then also my boyfriend. So that's that morning. And then later that day, we went to a garden, a beautiful, beautiful garden. And there were some other ladies there that I took pictures for, and they took a picture of the two of us. I live streamed this, so if you go to December Daily 1 vlog, you'll see more of this garden where I just talk a little bit about that. And then it has these really cool houses, tea houses in that, or these totems. They're called totems, but they're made out of all sorts of different things. I talked about that. So that's day one. Day two then is kind of the story of what we did that day. I helped my mom. I brought my mom's Christmas tree out so we could decorate that. I gave her a big part of her Christmas present is a tea advent calendar this year. So that's what this is. Unfortunately, I did not get a picture of her opening it the day before. So I just grabbed it when she was using it the next day. We spent a lot of time reading. So that's on here. And then my Grandma Claus mug that my mom actually bought me 2 years ago. Same day, we went to an artist colony for a little Christmas celebration. That was fun. And I love snapdragons, and they were blooming. So that's there. The next day, I put this little insert in here that I'll talk about that I might use. Same thing I did back here as well, where I put the December in front. We'll talk about that when I'm actually doing the pages. So that's kind of an idea. That's from that Simple Stories, from this Simple Stories album here that came with the album. So that's what that is all about. Then this is the next day. And in this particular case, as I was arranging things and thinking about the photos, I was thinking I could do a 2-up 4x4. So it looks like there'd be 2 4x4 photos here, and then a strip of 2x8 or 2x8.5 about. And I was thinking I could use it on this kind of page where it's 2 up and down. And then I realized I was flipping my photos. They weren't right. So I went back to this just 2 up kind of arrangement here. And what I might do is do something like this where I have 2 photos here. I could do a journaling card here, and then I have some different page protectors. You just need to find them where I can put like a little 3x4 card in it. These are not 3x4s. I thought I had some I have 3x4 landscapes here. I thought I had some vertical pockets too. Hold on a second. Let me look. I have I have this, so I could pop this in ahead of it. The other thing, these are the tiny ones. Oh, maybe I don't have what I thought I did. There's a couple ways to solve that though. Okay, so these are the horizontals if I decide to use horizontal photos. And then these are much smaller square photos. So probably won't use that as much. I was thinking I could use that a little bit more than I probably am going to be able to. But I do have these flip pockets. So you can, with these, add in an extra photo. So I'd be able to do that over the top here. That's a thought as well for me, or just like this. You know, there's ways to do this, or to make my life really simple. And these are simple stories as well too, both of these are. But to make my life easy, what I might do is just do 2 4x6 sheets of paper, use journaling on one of them here, and, you know, just put these 2 photos here. So I don't know. We did a lot of stuff this day, so I'm thinking I might want a little bit more journaling space. So I've got to work that out. The other thing I have done is I've taken like a page protector like this, where it's 4 up, and I have just cut off this one side and put it over the top here. So I could do that, or I could leave it sort of like it is here. Maybe go back to that idea of the 2 4x4s and then use this to journal on. And then I also could put a photo on here, like journal what this day was about and then put the photo there. But that's my ideas as I'm kind of going through this. This is a picture of O'Hare. I'm Kelly, I think I'm Kelly O or Kelly O Black on Instagram. You think I remember that, but I can't. So this I took at O'Hare. So that'll be the story of coming home. This one is the story from, this is my massage room at work, and the woman that we all rent from, who rents from the guy who owns a building, gave me this beautiful aqua poinsettia that matches my room. And then this is a picture of all my Christmas reads, the books that I have to read for Christmas this year. So that's what I'm kind of looking at. So I just now, I've got the pictures in up to date for today. Obviously, this is a good thing to talk about. So busy days at work, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday this week. So these are some photos that I took last week before I left when I got the poinsettia, knowing that I would want to get this documented. So I went back to work on Monday. I thought that was a good thing to do. And then this is a photo that I took also last week of those books, knowing I'd want to get that story in this book and I would do it on a day I was working. So that's what that's all about. Hey, Tammy, thanks very much. So you can do that. My stories are not exactly always from the day, but sometimes they're stories of the season or a story I want to get told. So let's get going on today, excuse me, because that's going to set the tone. So this is the little December piece that came with the book, and I was thinking about using it in front of this. I don't love this contrast with this. I think I want to go more with the colors of my kit that I'm intending to use this year, which would be navy, aqua, green, red. So it's like, okay, I'm looking for, this is last year's Wonder Kit. Here it is. So this is the paper for this year. Very similar colors, but and then I've got aqua that is going to appear in here because of the collection that I'm using for paper. So I'll add that in too. So I kind of want to get those colors in here. And this looks fine with this really, but I don't love how it looks over the top of this. That's the thing is I want this Hello December piece to be kind of big and bold and out there, because that is kind of the sort of the, it's December and here we go, right? So I think what I'm going to do is find a journaling card for here, and then I've got space back here if I want to add something else. And this is going to need, because this is a true 4x6, I'm going to need to put paper or something back behind here. Sometimes I'll use just a little scrap on the back side of it, because I don't want to, quote, waste a whole thing of paper. So maybe we'll figure that out. Well, we will figure it out. Otherwise, it won't be a page. So this On This Day in December card kind of catches my eye as a journaling piece there. Now, I could also flip that around here if I wanted to do something more, like more of a card that's like a filler card. That's kind of what I'm thinking there. And I do think I have this in red as well. So I thought I might look and see if I can find it. Oh, here's another On This Day in December. And then with these, if they don't stand out enough here, because it feels a little boring, I can always add embellishment on this. I do like the red of that, but I think I need more red. And I do want, here's the On This Day in December. Okay, so I've got a choice of that. I have a choice of that green one, which I have, there we go. I'm actually thinking I'm liking this a little bit better. And I like the On This Day in December idea. I think that's kind of nice too. And maybe because this December is so big here and it's so prominent there, let's use that one in here. I'm definitely feeling the need to pop some sort of embellishment here on the card. Oh, and then I need to fill in the one behind here as well. Like, what am I doing with that and what am I doing with that? Both of those things are questions that I've got out there. And I'm thinking if I could pull in like this aqua color, that would be kind of nice. And I want to look at what I have for the next page quick, because then I can kind of look at this and go, okay, what colors are going to be, since I already know what these photos are, what colors are going to be here? Normally I use the completed page to do this page and say what colors did I use, but in this particular case I can do it both ways. So there's a little bit of red in here. There's definitely a lot of red over there. This year, I don't think, last year I think the cards included like some navies and things like that, and they're not this year. There's a little bit. Like, that's a cute card. Not enough for journaling though, but I like that it added all the colors in from this year's kit. Okay, not loving all that. That's okay. So not finding what I want there. They do have the stripe. This stripe appears in this paper. So I could add that in here, but it doesn't have the aqua color to it. So what I'm going to do is grab my paper pack here. And this is I've got a couple of different things. So it's not one collection, but I'm kind of looking at maybe that would be a nice piece to use because it brings in a lot of the color. That came from the Photoplay Santa Paws collection. I also have this if I want to do like a big bold stripe underneath here. And actually I can just do this and I can kind of imagine what that's gonna look like. So I've got that. or I have that. I'm liking this a little bit better. I'm thinking I'm liking the little cleaner line there, and just looking to see. I do have this stripe, which I think goes really nicely here, but I want to get the navy in since this is kind of like the first page for first page of the year, right? So I'm thinking I'm going to do that one. I'll do that stripe and we'll make the decision and get moving along. Hey Nadine, welcome. Okay, so there's that decided. So then I just have to make sure that it fits with this card, right? So here's my quickie. Well, I think I'm going to actually cut it 4 inches. And then I'll just make it match the size of this card. And the easiest way to do that is just like this. And then you get your scissors out and it saves you time. So if you don't have to have completely precise edges and you're okay with this, it's a nice little time saver. And now we have a little piece. So yeah, I like the crisscross stripe too. So Santa Paws is the name of the collection, and it's Christmas Antics. And then, you know what I like to do here, so stuff doesn't slip around on me? I like to do that. So I'll just tape these down. Sometimes you guys don't see me do this. I'll do them later, but I'll just do it now. And then I did not get that cut very well. So let me just get it cut. You know, out of practice doing December daily. So that's there. This is going to look like this. So then my idea here is I'd probably like to get in some of the colors from behind there. And I'm thinking, let's see, I also have some pinks here I could use. I do have some wood veneer that I could use. Like I've got some pink chipboard. This feels a little big and I have a big story to tell. So I don't think I want to go that large with anything yet. There's a cute little snow globe. Again, I'm thinking blues, all those colors. So let's go to the Ellie Studio chipboard and that kind of stuff for this year, and I'll hopefully find something there. I'm going to bring out my little hearts that I have. I will make a confession. I did get some things over the Black Friday, and this is 2 of the pieces that I got, so I have more puffies and navies and that kind of stuff. And I need to get my number 1 on here. So obviously December there is really, you know, December there will tell me 1, but I think I can also add that in somewhere. So let's see what I have here. So this is one of the things that I bought, or not bought, I got this as a gift to thank me for my order. So that was neat. So warm and cozy, this means everything to me, gathered round, best time, winter tradition, special moment, celebrate. So none of those probably work with this. So if there was something about travel, that would be lovely. Gift wrapping, enjoying this, decorate, tradition, joy, fun, fave, merry, jolly, and nice. This together again could be nice. Actually, that together again could be really nice on the page behind. Maybe with a label or something there, because that's my mom and I together again. By the way, I think I'm going to add a piece of this paper down here too. I better be careful here because that wants to stick. So that's a thought for that. Then, oh, I kind of like this special delivery because I was kind of the special delivery there. There's not a lot of contrast here, but we could accomplish that with a red label. So this is going to take me a little bit until I'm kind of used to where stuff is. Oh, and I do have these too. See, this is when you're first doing this, it'll get better. Hey, Kristen. Until I get used to where everything is. So just looking to see if there's anything here that, like, about visiting, that kind of stuff. Let's drive around and look at Christmas lights. That's one of my favorite things to do. I'll have to remember that. And the packages have started arriving. That was what it looked like in my house when I got home, because all the kids, my grandkids' Christmas presents came while I was gone. So there's a decorating the tree here too, so that'll be fun for tomorrow's piece. Rest and relax. There's a lot of stuff I could use for tomorrow, but not a ton that I can use right now. So I think what I am going to do is go ahead. These are from the 'Tis the Season chipboard stickers from this year, with some of the, like, the cookies and that kind of stuff. But I'm going to find my LE Studio red labels, and here they are. And then I think what I'll do is pop one behind and put that on the card here, like this. And then I could do that on the front as well too, so that it, let's see if this is going to be enough to kind of, yeah, I actually like that. I think I'm going to put it on the card itself. And then if I need extra room, I can, because I'm using up quite a bit of the card here, I think I can always add in some journaling on a label here, and maybe that's what I'll do, is talk about leaving there and then add it in other spots. Okay, so now I have December 1st and both of these labels. I'm just trying to decide whether I'm going to do green or red. Okay, so there's the green, which you can definitely see, and that's nice. I also have it in the white and black, and then the little red. I've got tons, and then I just have these numbers too, and I have the round numbers that I used last year. So I have lots of different numbers I can choose from. I'm thinking green, and I think I'm going to put it just up in here, and that's what I'm going to do. So we'll pull this card out here. For those of you guys who are here tonight live on the 6th, doing December Daily I'm going to just do one tonight. I will go live again tomorrow, and I think I'll do the second day. It's probably going to be around the same time tomorrow, maybe even a little bit later. We'll kind of see how my day goes. I have work, and then I have plans with some friends afterwards, so I won't do it till I get home. So it could be kind of late, although for those of you on the West Coast, that's not the worst thing. Okay, so we have that. I'm just going to take this and add this in here. And then what I'm going to do is I'll work through the weekend to get myself caught back up so that I'm doing the layouts about a day after. So yeah, I'm thinking about that, Kristen, and I'm thinking I didn't want the December date to be so bright, but I think what I'm going to do is add like a star in here. I don't think I want to do any of these puppies. I do have these puppies too, but I think we'll do like a little red star on here, and then that will bring that red back in. I'm totally with you. Oh, and so there's a polka dot puppy star here. Actually, I think I'm going to just do it in the regular red. The more that I'm looking, I'm all about the mini polka dots right now. Still trying to live in the Disney bubble. Okay, so this card, I really feel like that's done. So we can get that in here. And then I will journal after I shut the camera off. So you'll see completed pages. I'm not going to photograph anything tonight. But over the next couple days, I'll photograph things and then you guys will be able to see them. So now the question is, do I want to do some sort of star over here? Get this guy like on here. And I like that idea. So special delivery here is really about cards and that kind of stuff. It's mail, but in this case, it's going to be me who is the special delivery. Okay, so then I'm looking at this and I can do red or I can do navy labels. I could do aqua labels on here as well. So let me grab my aqua because I'm kind of leaning that way to see what it looks like here. This kind of echoes that smaller label that I just did on the other side. So I could pop this under here, bring that there. I like the way that looks. I think if I did the red, it might be a little too strong here. I can test that, but I feel like that's going to be kind of bright considering what's going on there. At least bright for me. It may not be bright. I've got my stand over here with all my lights and then my basket. And it's crowding everything out over here. So I'm going to pop a couple things back in here just to make my life a little easier. Pop all the paper back in my basket. Like I said, it'll take me a couple days to kind of get the feel for what's all in the kit. If I'd been home, I probably would have been going through some of this and looking at it, but I wasn't. So, okay, so my option also is to do like this label on here, 2 different reds, not, you can do that, mix that. I could also do navy too. But I'm thinking, do I want to do red over there? Or I could just add a little red star in. Yeah, I'm not loving that red with that red. So let's go back to the aqua to bring the aqua in. And then I think I'll do a star or 2. And then I can put the just a little bit of journaling on this side talking about the Desert Meadows Park, and then even mention that I vlogged from there, which was fun because that was a new experiment. I haven't vlogged before. And I think it showed. Bet you got to see videos those first couple days in December. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to get the photo down on this side here with some of this paper. And all I want to do here, I think, so I could do it this way. So then you see tiny little bits and pieces, or I could do it just this little tiny bit here and you only see that. I do kind of like it that way too. I don't want to waste this whole piece of paper. It just feels like such a waste already. So I'm going to play with this. I'm going to just cut 2 chunks off of here. And then I can determine which way I really like it best. Oh, Nadine, you know what? I thought Kristen made that comment about the visual triangle, so sorry. I see you said that. And totally I was there with you too, thinking about that as well too. So there's that and this. So you kind of pop that in, or I have the option to do it more like that. Which kind of, it's a weird looking, I don't know, it's a weird looking because you see so little, so you get a weird view of the paper here by doing this. Yeah, I don't like the way that looks, actually. So I'm definitely going to put the photo to the justify it left and then add the paper that way. I didn't like the way the pattern looked, is the reason I did that. And then we can go back and add, yeah, I just like seeing that whole design a little bit better. There's a weird, there we go. There's a weird little crimp in the paper down there. So this is that whole, you know, save it, just like we do with scrapbooking, where you put paper on the top and bottom to make sure make it look like it goes all the way through. Okay, so we have a nice little triangle here. And back to Nadine's comment about a visual triangle. I could probably do that. I love this picture of my mom and I together. I have this little piece that says favorite photo. Maybe I'll work that in here with the navy. And put it on straight. That would be nice. And I do have other copies of this photo, so I don't worry so much about putting stuff on photos in this because I have all the copies of them anyway. So that's fine. So then I'm thinking navy up here so we can get that coming across the layout. And this time, actually, I was going to use a star, but there's hearts on that. So let's use a little heart here, maybe. And maybe even a bigger one, actually. There's one that's a little bit bigger. Okay. Actually, what I might do is pop that on the outside, maybe? No, I guess it's going to be okay. All right, I'll pop this in here so you can kind of see how things look as they're coming together. This is a good place I could use like enamel dots and that kind of stuff as well, too. There we go. Fun working with the pockets. My fuse tool, I'm thinking about that, like when I can use that. Okay, so we've got red, green. This is pretty simple up here, but I think that might be okay just as it is. I mean, I could do like a little red and green. Star here. That's the light green versus the darker green. I actually like the little bit of red and green on here, so I'm going to just pop those on here. Like bringing that in again here. And today they're going on the inside. Sometimes they go on the outside of the pocket. Aw, I'm sorry, Nadine. Yeah, that's sad that you can't get them in Canada. So they are really cute. When they come out with sheets like this, I buy tons of them. Okay, I think we're good. Now you guys have to keep me honest, by the way. Don't let me forget numbers. So this is all the stories from the first. I'll use this for the main part of my journaling. Added kind of the visual triangle of stars there. The little special delivery chipboard, that's from this year's Christmas collection. And then my Hello December that I just pulled off the internet. Just, you know, Google Hello December images if you still need to do that or want to do that. Added some of the Ellie's, these are Ellie Studio labels. I have them in lots of different colors. The Together Again from the chipboard again, and then this little puffy that says favorite photo. And now as I'm looking at this, I think I'd like to add a little, I'd like to add another heart here. So let me grab this back here. And I'm thinking with this little pop of red here, but maybe a baby heart. These things like these little hearts and big hearts are not going to, I'm going to stop worrying about those. Okay, eventually I'll just put the hearts on. All right, there we go. So a little heart here to go on this, on top of that other puffy here, and they're safely inside, so even though they're not completely anchored down, it'll be fine. It's not going to slip. And I'll do a little bit of journaling here to talk about Desert Meadows Park, and then just that, you know, I'm going out to visit my mom. My mom had been in the hospital at the end of October, and I didn't get to go see her at that point in time. So that's why I was out there so soon after coming back from Disney. That was crazy, but I'm glad I did it. We had a lot of fun, and she's actually doing really well. So there's how it's going to lay. This is what I'm going to look at for tomorrow, because this will be Friday. And again, I'm going to be doing a front and back, kind of the story of the day, and then the story of our like late afternoon and evening here is how that will look tomorrow. So, you know, I've already set up some colors. I love using multicolor patterns like this. That's a big tip for you, that if you want to make your life easy, get a bunch of multicolored patterns and then just choose solids from that, because then everything will coordinate. And the reason I did that, again, is because I'm trying to set a color tone for the book. So here it's still red and green, but here now we're introducing the colors here. I do have some pink that I can pop in as well too, but starting to get the color story even from that first page as you're looking into the book. And then we'll go do this tomorrow. So again, tomorrow, probably about the same time, you'll see me do December Daily 2. When I do over the next couple days, if I do more than one day, I am going to shut down in between the days. So if I was going to do day 2 today, I would stop the video now, go back and create a new video for day 2, just because I think it'll make it easier for you people to find them if in progression. I also think it makes for a little bit shorter video, so that you don't have, you know, like today, I'm looking at this now, we're up to 37 minutes. I'd be well over an hour, and I don't really want to do that. I want to try to make these pretty shorter and more simple. This isn't short tonight, but I went through my whole philosophy about, and you know, pictures and arranging pictures and that kind of stuff, and they are all sitting in my book. So let's put the day 1 in. That's going to feel good to me because I've been waiting to get this done. So there's the first day all set. We need some journaling on it, but I'll do that as soon as I say goodbye to you guys. So thanks for joining me tonight, you guys. Thanks for the help and suggestions with designing today, and I will be back tomorrow night at some point, and we will start working on day 2 to get me caught up to where I need to be. So hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.